Hey YouTube, this is Quentin. I'm back with a review finally of the HTC One M8. The design is really nice. I really like the design a lot better. The gunmetal gray, I didn't think I would like it as much, but I really like it. I like the different, darker color. And the seamless design is really nice. You know, I think I said in my unboxing video, I mentioned that it's all metal and you don't have the polycarbonate material sandwiched between the metal pieces like on the M7. And last year a lot of people had problems, or some people had problems with gaps in the phone and some of the poor construction. But with this phone, the M8, it's seamless and there are no gaps. Anyway, undoubtedly you've seen a lot of videos on this phone, so I'm just going to give my brief overview or review of what I like and don't like about it. I really like the new blink feed, much better than the blink feed from last year on the M7, because it has all your Google Plus updates and also a lot of different customizable things you can add to it. And you can customize the blink feed last year, but this one seems a little better, and it just, the whole overall look of it is a lot better to me. And you can also remove it if you want to, so that's cool. You don't have to have it as your home screen, and you can disable it and just don't use it if you don't want to. Of course, you can swipe down with 2 fingers and you have a much better selection than before of your different toggling different services off, your Bluetooth, auto rotate, mobile data, airplane mode. Then you can go straight to settings, and settings is about the same. I mean, you can change the theme in it, and to make it look different, click personalize, and right here you can select the theme, and this is the theme I have selected right now, and you can click it and apply a different theme. And it asked me, do I want to change the wallpaper, and I said no, because I don't really want to do that. But basically, when you change the theme, you can swipe down, you can see it's green now instead of purple. And then if I wanted to change the wallpaper, it would change it to the theme that you saw on the previous page. And here's the multitasking setting. And, you know, it has the new the on-screen buttons, the home, back, and the recent apps button. Some people don't like that. I don't really mind it. So, and you know, see how all my the colors, the trim is green now, so that changed. One thing I really like about it, and I didn't hear a lot of people mention it, is you can show the HTC One. The original one didn't show the battery percentage until you got really low, like 5%, or maybe even a little, maybe higher than that. I never let my phone get that low, so I don't know. But I know in videos, or I had friends say when it gets really low, that's when it shows the battery percentage. And some people say that's when you really need it. But I like to see my monitor my battery percentage, all the time. So what's really neat about the M8 is you can click here to show the battery level in Battery Manager, and you can always have your battery percentage instead of having an app taking up space up on your status bar. And the third-party apps aren't bad if you're really into the battery, looking at the battery statistics. You know, if you want to download a third-party app, that's cool too. But I like to have it part of the operating system with the battery percentage. So that's something cool. I'm glad they really added that. Something minor, but something I really like and glad they added. Of course, you have the boom sound, and it's grayed out here. Used to be Beats Audio, pretty much the same thing. It's like an amplification of your audio, and it's something I really like. One of my favorite parts about the HTC One and the M8, the HTC One period, is the sound, and because I like not having nice clear sound. But it's grayed out, and it doesn't show until you plug in your earphones, and then it gives you the option to turn it on and off. So that's the one thing different. The LCD screen is really nice, clear. You can see it in sunlight very well. Something I really like about it. Something I've always liked about HTC phones, or at least all the way back to the the 1X. But this is actually better than the 1X. And just like the M8, it's nice and clear and bright, and you can see it outside in the sun. And this is even a better screen than the M8 or the M7. Some people do not like the fact that it's a 5.5 screen, a 5-inch screen, but part of that is taken up by the hardware button, so you're really only probably getting about 4.7. That doesn't really bother me. I mean, I would like it better if they didn't remove this bezel and gave you like maybe made it like a 5.3-inch screen where you could get the full 5 inches. Yes, that would be nice, but it's not enough to bother me. Also, you have the gestures, which a lot of people like, and I like it too. You go into settings, and you can go here to display and gestures, and you can select right here motion gestures. And right now I don't have it selected, but basically with motion gestures, excuse me, you select it, and you've probably seen this before. You swipe to the right, and I believe it opens up straight to your home page. Yes. Close it. Swipe to the left. It opens up to blink feed. Lock it again. Swipe down. Opens up to your home page. Well, actually, voice. Whoops. Not your home page, but voice. And that's something I get mixed up a lot when I had this turned on. Swipe up. It goes straight to blink feed. But you can adjust this to however you want it to work. Right here. Swipe left. And it tells you. Actually, I don't know if you can adjust it. No, maybe you can't. But anyway, I like motion gestures. I used it for a while, but I turn it off now because a lot of times it's very, very sensitive. And whenever I'm putting in and on, I have a car dock, which I'll review soon. Promisely, I won't wait too long to do that one. But when you have to constantly take your case on and off for the car dock for this phone, and I'm always, as I'm taking it on and off, I'm accidentally hitting the screen and turning it on and activating stuff. So it's very sensitive. It works very well, which is good, but it's almost too sensitive. So I got kind of tired of it, so I don't keep it on. I just turn it off, and I just unlock my screen the normal way. Anyway, I'm going to give you some brief pictures of the HTC One M8, and also show you some videos, or one video that I took with it with my car, and just to give you an idea of the performance. And here's the camera interface, like so. Very nice. I like it. I like the new menu, and you've probably seen this before. That's something I really like. I like how you can select, go from the Zoe, selfie, dual capture, pan 360, which is basically it's a panorama or a photosphere, basically. So you can go back, and one thing I don't really like about the camera, which is you can do it. You swipe down like so, and you can see me to switch cameras. Now I did it pretty good there, but that takes a little getting used to. So sometimes it doesn't work. Well, it works. It's probably just me not doing it a lot and having to get used to it. But the camera is actually pretty good. A lot of people complain about the 4 megapixel. And I do notice, one thing I did notice is when you take a picture and blow it up, especially with the front-facing camera, it doesn't look as good as on the higher megapixel cameras. But overall, it looks really good, especially in low light. And I'm not a big camera person, so I don't really mind it. Anyway, here's some videos, one video at least, and some pictures I've taken with the HTC One. And overall, I like the video performance and the picture performance camera of the HTC One, as well as the overall performance, the smooth action of it, and it's even better than last year. And here's the app area, kind of just like last year, or the M8 or M7, excuse me. You can switch to grid level, rearrange the apps, switch to grid level to a 3:4. By default, it comes in 3:4. I'll switch it back to, I like it 4:5, 4:5. And then you can have folders in here also. You have your default media and Google AT&T folder. So that's that area. And also, if you want to add a wallpaper, you long press, manage home screen pages, home screen wallpaper right here, and then you can choose if you want to manage the home page. When you select that, long press, and you can remove home pages, add home pages, set your different page for the home page. Also, when you long press, you can see you can add apps and widgets. So from here, you can add widgets, and then you can switch to apps, like so, and then you just drag it up, like other phones you've probably seen, or other past HTC devices. You drag it up like so. Actually, it may be a little different. I'm just rambling, but okay. And you remove it. But I actually like that better. It's kind of doing it sort of like Google does it, but actually Google kind of probably copied it from the manufacturer's skins. But anyway, it all works good. But as you can see, it really works real fluid. Also, the speakers are really, really nice. I don't normally listen to my phone like that. I usually just use earbuds or earphones, I should say. And but I've listened to music with these speakers, and the actual sound quality, other than not just being loud, the sound is really, actually, really, really good. I mean, you can hear the clarity and the difference. One other thing I wanted to mention is the storage. Of course, now you can put in a micro SD, so that's another thing that I like that they added to the M8. And this phone comes with 32 gigs of storage, and you can add up to 128 gigs of micro SD storage. My thinking is I don't mind SD cards or not having SD cards as long as they provide enough storage, which 32 right now is enough for me. 64 would be nice, but 32 is enough for me. So if they're going to leave out the SD card, at least add more storage. Anyway, that's just a brief thought of that. That's one of the things I really like about it, the new M8. Another thing I like about the M8. Another thing about the HTC One or HTC One M8 is the battery life. The battery life is greatly improved with this phone. And it doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the battery, like in past some phones or some custom apps that you can download. And you can download a custom apps, of course, a custom app if you want to know more. But you see, I've been on my battery 6 hours and 39 minutes, and this has a graph. And usage doesn't show you a whole lot. It doesn't really show you your screen time, which I know that's what a lot of people like. Right now I'm at 88%, and it's great. It's not bad. I mean, the one thing about this phone is the standby time, and that's really important to me because I don't spend a whole lot of time on my phones. I have tablets, but I do spend some time. But it's good to sit it down, and you can set it overnight, and you don't have to worry about the battery being dead when you open up in the morning, or you launch the phone in the morning. A lot of the past Android phones a few years ago used to be that way. Well, this manages the standby time very much like the iPhone, where you can just turn it off, and if you're not using it, it doesn't drain. I mean, it drains, but really slow. So you can like this is at 88%. I could set this down, not even put it on the charger, and still have some left, maybe 80% left in the morning. So if you're not using it, the standby time is really excellent, and that's something I really like about it. Very big advantage. More quick look around the phone. You know, you have your front-facing camera and your mic. Of course, you've probably seen before. You have your infrared, and I thought this was just the infrared blaster, but it's more than that. I mean, that's infrared, and you can still use a remote control. But I think I read that this is where the antenna is at also. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. And then you have the offset USB connection, which I never really cared for, but that's just HTC. And I like having the 3.5mm headphone jack on the back, on the bottom, excuse me. And then you have your volume rocker, and then your power on the top. And that's probably one big negative about the HTC One is the power, the location of the power button. And of course, you can use motion gestures, but I would really prefer that it be either on the somewhere on the side, because for this big of a phone, especially since it's longer. But it's not. I mean, I gotta have long, skinny hands, so it doesn't really bother me. With people with smaller hands, it could become a problem. So you kind of have to shuffle the phone up and reach for it. So, but that's probably one negative about the phone, that at least a negative that I don't like, that I've heard other people talk about. Anyway, this is a great phone overall. I really like it. Like I said, the best Android phone. The S5 reviews coming up soon. Another great phone. And just stay tuned. I'll try not to take so long this time. I'm uploading my vids. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and have a nice day.